All right, boys and girls, we are almost ready to fall upon. Well, let's do some. Whoa! I just remembered. Holy crap! We're almost ready to fall upon Liu Bei in force. You'll definitely see some bloodshed in this video here. There you go, Cheng Pu. You should be in the lead. And let's see, anywhere else need to be delegated now? Since no, I think that's pretty much it. Okay, good. But that's, I mean, it's really helping the turns go faster, obviously, because how annoying is that, right? And here comes our war boys. There we go. And then we leave Pontoon in charge as he was before, or Cao-Chun, whatever. And yeah, no, nobody. Okay. Unfortunately, I probably have to wait a turn for. I gotta buy some gosh darn weapons. But we should be ready to go. I mean, I guess I could not bring Meng Huo, but I'd rather because, like I said, I could trust him. Speaking of guys you could trust, here's Sima Yi, who has taken over leadership from those other two guys. Yeah, I don't think I should arm anybody. In fact, I should probably send all the troops home. You want to do that? Of course I do. Betoba Urid. Yes. Because none of these guys are going to fight him. Yep, send them all home. Okay, now you're no longer a threat. That should increase your loyalty, but it doesn't. Because it hurts your loyalty when you hire more troops, right? I remember when I was a kid, I was like, oh, come on, I'm paying them, aren't I? But I guess the hired in troops strongly implies that they're not getting a lot of, that they're being conscripted mostly. They're being shanghaied before the city of Shanghai. I don't know if Shanghai was actually a town at this point. Probably not, I would imagine. But, yeah. I think it's heavily implied. They have no choice in the matter. Yeah, Cheng Pu is a very striking photo, does he not? He's got those weird ears, but he's also got like the kind of the bandito. He's got the Fu Manchu with the soul patch there. Very, very distinct look in this game, that's for sure. Ooh, Ling Tong needs weapons. He's all the way back there for whatever reason. Probably because he just arrived, I suppose. But, you know, out of sight, out of mind. That's why you don't want this many generals in a province. Liu Biao, of course, will just sit in one province and collect like 20 generals. Kind of like Liu Bei did there as well. I mean, he's completely jacked with generals, but they're of limited use, you know? Because he's not doing anything. I mean, he could probably take out Cao Cao at this point. Cao Ji, because Cao Ji's pretty well beat up. I mean, he doesn't have anything. I took everything, more or less, you know. And yeah, so I don't know why he hasn't made a move on him, maybe because they're allies. But Cao Ji keeps capturing his dudes, and I don't know if they're trying to go there to recruit or whatever. But yeah, whatever. So anyway, another great successful turn, and let's see if we can get to the action next turn. Maybe. Oh, I got Zhang Bao back. Good for him. Kind of bad for me though, because don't really want. Gonna buy weapons. Okay, so we will wait till next turn. Let's make sure everybody's ready to go. Everybody's plenty ready to go. I don't think we need Zhu Ling and Zhu Huan, but let's hire them out dudes anyway. And buy them weapons. And that'll be great. Yeah, I'm getting a little impatient myself for this to just get going there, you know, because we are definitely. It's taken us a while to get our stuff, our feces coagulated there, but I think we're about ready. And yeah, you can just keep rewarding people to me. And if you turn on me, well, I got rid of all your guys, so you're gonna get murdered pretty quickly. And I'll definitely behead you for that. Not just for being a great guy we can't trust, because he's a great guy we can't trust, but more we can't trust him in peace. It's not that we can't trust him in war. All right, let's look at this by war abilities. Who's actually important? Aha. So Chen Tai is probably somebody I am going to bring with me. So we want him to be really all up ends, I guess. And yeah, I mean this force will be pretty good, provided nobody stabs me in the back. That's the idea, and we'll be ready next turn. Hell or high water, right? Man, if I could get up back all the gold, well, I don't really need gold, so it's not really a big deal. The idea, you know, like if I could get all the gold back that I used to like prop up everybody's loyalty, man, I could really use it. But really, no, I mean, we have like just gold just everywhere, and it's really not useful at this point. It's just like when we were with. We taken over Cao Cao's territory, and he just had this obscene amount of gold. But what to do with it, you know? Because when you hire your troops, just like I said, you know, there's such a very thin internal affairs to this game. There's no like economy to try to develop or what have you. What a jerk. Okay, well I don't have to worry about him. Although I did kind of hire people for him. I'm less annoyed by that than if. All right, let's go. All right, so the stronger force is going to attack 31. And that will be led by the Lord Master with Guan Jing. Yeah, there we go. And let's take Xiao Hao Bao with us too. Yeah, okay. So hopefully this all works out for the best. And then we'll have, probably should attack the other province first, come to think of it. Alright. Okay, well at least they refused to fight. Zhao Yun's the one in charge, so. They don't really have anybody that's all that great. Actually starting in a rather terrible position. If this were more of an equal fight, it would really stink to be all the way back here. But as it is, because yeah, with their number of troops, you could really, you know, box someone in to where they would be in a really bad way. As you can see, that's exactly what they're doing here. But thankfully for us, like I said, they don't really have the war fighters to really make things too tough on us. Their sheer numbers are an issue, of course, and I really wish he hadn't been able to sandwich his way in there. I charged through him. I guess I will with Guan Jing. I do not want to charge through with Meng Huo and subject him to a double attack if I can avoid it, right? But yeah, these guys, it's like hot knife through butter. They're just not. They don't have a lot of great war fighters in this particular territory. Yeah, Koa Liang, that's an old school Lu Biao advisor there. So a lot of those guys who ended up going with Liu Bei after their province was taken. Well, their province was submitted, you know, Lu Kong submitted to Cao Cao, and then Cao Cao had him let off and killed. I just can't remember the name of his darn brother, Liu something. I wish I could. Because he was kind of an interesting figure. and that I remember he was commonly used as the excuse as to why Liu Bei could not submit Xing Zhao to Sun Quan because of for his relative Liu Biao's sake. He couldn't submit that province under someone else, and said, well, after he dies, because this guy he's in bad health. And I remember in the movie, the mini series, not a mini series, the maxi series, when they tried him out, he was like all, like he was like almost like a zombie in a way, you know what I mean? So he was like very sickly, but almost like hilariously looking sickly. Like I think whoever was playing the role, I mean, they really told him like emote, like on that episode of Futurama, and he emoted, like he was like completely just like unbelievably ill and weak. Oh, Meng Da, is that who I think it? No, it's not. It's not Ma Ten. I'm trying to get through there. Oh, look at the Meng brothers. Not really, they're not related. The Man Called Meng from WCW. The WCW did a lot better job with Meng than the WWF did with Haku, because Haku, like, and maybe it's just because guys were bigger in that era in the WWF, but they didn't. Haku never seemed like a big guy, like large size. And he never seemed that threatening. Like he was always jobbing to everybody, unless you were watching like Wrestling Challenge or Superstars, where he was wrestling some jobber. I don't even think he had a move, because he had that tag team as the Islanders, and then he just whatever. He went on singles, but then when he went to WCW, they really made him into a monster, and they did a good job, because he was a scary dude. And he got that crazy afro going. Then he went back to the WWE for whatever reason. It's almost like WWE was doing it to spite WCW, perhaps. Not sure. But that's one of those rare guys that WCW did a better job with. They really were able to use him. Because when I saw him as the bodyguard for, what's his name? Robert Lee Parker? Colonel Robert Parker, yeah. When he used him in that fashion, like he looked deadly, he looked dangerous, and like he was dropping people with one hit. Like it was an impressive thing, where you'd be like, oh my God, you have to watch out for him. He's a very frightening individual, He wasn't like heel, like wimpy heel. He was like, this is a dude who will care, and he looked like it too. And of course, we all know in real life he was a very tough guy that you would not want to get on the wrong side of, if you could help it, So, yeah. So I guess it worked out. They really were able to use him as the monster he was. The Monster Man. But he's still active. He'll still be at particular shows. He was at AEW like a few months back. I watched AEW for a while. I feel like maybe I should watch it again, but now I feel like I'm too far behind. I stopped watching right before Cody left, and I thought that was really good what they had going with Cody, but I don't know if they had anything going with Cody, like where the fans had just basically turned on him because of his preposterous angles and crappy feuds, and it was just kind of, it was good. I thought they could really work an angle out of that where it was like, oh, the fans have turned against me, so now I'm going to do this or whatever. But apparently he legitimately did not want to turn heel, which I think that's dumb. You know what I mean? Like, you got to listen to the fans. If the fans aren't buying it, they don't like you. And I think they would have bought him as a heel, or as like a clueless face, which I think was kind of what he was doing for a while. And that clueless face, that is a real heat getter, So whatever. Anyway, that was pretty fun. I enjoyed it while it lasted. Then he went back to WWE, so, which was kind of funny since he was one of the OGs and he was did the Triple H, broke the throne down, all that kind of stuff, and then he's like, all right, yeah, but for serious, I'm done with this. So we'll see. Like I said, I probably should start watching it again. Seems like a large investment of time. I think I said that earlier, like, when it came over Rampage, it made me less likely to watch Dynamite because then I felt like I would be missing something if I didn't watch Rampage. Which Rampage is only an hour, so that's kind of nice because, like I said, I'm a grown up. I got crap to do, right? I got important video games to play, as I'm fond of saying. I've got to play Romance 3 Kings too. You guys are watching the crap out of this thing too. I'm like amazed. I even got my subscriber back. Not the same subscriber, but I was at 196 and then one of them quit for whatever reason. I was like, oh. And now I got him back. And now I got, well, not him, but I got, now I'm back at 196. So, man. And people just watching that, I don't know why, I don't get the appeal. I mean, it is kind of cool. I will say that nobody else has made a video trying to take Meng Huo to the promised land, okay? Meng Huo, Meng Huo, Meng what? My name is Slim Shady. But I'll say that. This is probably unique. But just because it's unique doesn't make it particularly exciting, and I can see why, why nobody watches. I mean, I'm gabbing pretty good here, but occasionally I get like, wow, I really reduced that force. Saying he needs to take a prisoner. Okay, now we gotta try to take the castle. This is gonna be a pain in the butt. The only thing we got going for us is that there's all this water. It's helpful. But if there's any fire, we're in a lot of trouble. Like that. I think I'm going to keep Meng Huo in the water. He's got nowhere to run. If he catches on fire, he's going to be on fire. He's going to be Bobby D. He's going to set the night on fire. So I'm just going to keep Xiao Hao Ba hanging out. He barely had to fight at all. Good for you, Xiao Hao. Wow, we're really rocking Xiao Yun. Does he have no weapons? God, the computer's dumb. Oh well, whatever. And no training either. And I mean, like, Xiao Yun's been like sitting there for how long? Like he's been in that province for probably 10, 15 years. It's 2023 right now. I think what start 206. Oh, we got him. Okay, he ran and we took him prisoner. Wow, what an effortless win. A real pushover. You can have him. You can have him. You can have him. Cool face, I'll take him. You can have him. Have him. As these ours. No war spoils, huh? Man, we're doing real bad on taking war spoils, aren't we? I don't know if it'll come back to that province again. So our hope of simultaneous war has went right down the Johnny Flusher. Alright. Alright, and let's go. Well, the hope of simultaneous war from this province is not down the Johnny Fletcher. Let's go ahead and just make sure everybody's good and loyal before we get into this thing here. Oh, yeah. Oh, they're loving it. Alright, let's go for it. So this one should be a lot easier, I think. Man, you refill soldiers? A lazy turbine. So let's make sure Wen Qin doesn't turn on us here. Ling Tong, you'll be in command because that's your deal, man. You're the leader of the pack, baby. Alright, anyway, we'll get to this in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.